Hi everyone. I'll be reading the next part of Scraps of Time, and then after I'm finished, I will post a question on Google Classroom so that you can answer it for me. That way I'll know you're listening. Okay. We left off on chapter 16. To recap, before we left for this time away from school, it said, later on, while he was shoveling hay, he told Shadow, "No more giving up. Did you hear that?" Everett sang while he worked. He changed the words to fit his happy mood. The horse seemed to love it, so he sang again. Louder. Okay, chapter 16. This is called Heading Out. From that day forward, Everett and Shadow were always together. Shadow loved to rest his nose on Everett's shoulder and blow out a breath of air. "He wants me to sing when he does that," Everett said, smiling. Most nights, when Hattie and Gus stopped by the livery, Gus brought the newspaper. Now that it was late April, it stayed light out much later. Billy could read bits from the newspaper now. Everett followed any news of Cole's regiment. That was the army that Cole was with. Everett came to see he would be lucky to make it to Nicodemus. Going out to where Cole was would be impossible. Some nights Billy read from the Bible. Billy could find any scripture by book, chapter, and verse, even though he still couldn't read all the words. Hold on. "You'll get better as you practice more," said Everett. "You won't be the same without you giving me a hard time." "About being patient and all," Billy answered. No, it wouldn't be the same without Billy and Shadow and Hattie and Gus and Reverend Johnson and all his friends, thought Everett. But the departure date for Kansas had been set for May 10th, and he was ready. The day came quicker than he even imagined. Everett woke up to a cloudless sky. "What a beautiful day to start a new life," said Hattie. She and Gus had come to the riverfront to say goodbye. All the time Everett was talking to them, he was wondering when Billy would show up. "There'll be a church in Pearl at last," Gus told Everett. "The church will lease land from us to build a small church and a school. I'll need you and Cole to approve the lease." "You know we will," said Everett. "When I'm ordained, I will be preaching there." Then Gus looked over at Hattie and added, "And with the help of the Lord, my future wife will teach in the school that we started." "You'll make it happen," said Everett. "I know you will, especially with Miss Hattie here by your side." Hattie's eyes suddenly filled with tears, happy tears. She hugged Everett and wished him well on his journey. The brothers were silent for a moment. There were 1,000 things that Everett wanted to say.